Hi, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. We're continuing our journey through the zodiac and looking at all the different aspects, the different 12 aspects of our Cancer full moon. And isn't it a beauty? It's stunning out there. Tonight I've been, sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffy nose there. I've been out spending some time out there, just really looking into that energy. It's the forgive and move on and make peace or say sorry energy. This is from the aspect of Capricorn, so it's like looking at that angle, but with that energy in mind. The energy is so stunning, and we've had so much wonderful energy flowing through our house today, which has just been gorgeous. But I do know this energy is playing out differently for different aspects. So, we're a couple of Cancerians, Ricky and I, so the energy's been pretty smooth around here today. But let's have a look from the aspect of Capricorn and see. I just feel like I want to shuffle for you, Capricorn. It feels, what are you holding back? What do you not want to say? What do you not want to make peace over? What can't you get past? I've got the energy you're stuck on something. Now, Cancer sits opposite from Capricorn, so while we've got this lovely free-flowing energy playing out, you are the opposite aspect on the zodiac. So, it might be that you are having a block with letting energy flow. Let's have a look. The Magician, a situation that wants to transform, righto, and the Empress. No blocks there. Ah, there it is. The Eight of Swords in the Soul Space. That's one of the trickiest aspects to manage. We've got the Hierophant in the challenge. We've got the Ace of Swords as the advice from Spirit. And we've got the Eight of Cups in the advice position. Look, there is some blocked energy here for sure. We're definitely picking that up. But the advice is the reason that you're being pushed the way that you are is because the situation wants to transform. So we've got the swords, the pentacles, we've got the cups, and we've got the wands. Now, for true alchemy to occur, you need to be tapping into all of those energies. It's not good enough to just, ignore the cups energy. If that's what you've been doing, if you've been doing anything but leaning into that beautiful Cancerian energy that is forgive, move on, make peace, and say sorry, you will not have the transformation that you want to occur in your life. Now, who is this Empress? Who is this Empress? Is it you, Capricorn? Or if we're looking at, I don't know why I want to call this out, this energy in a significant way. Like, it's like, because I feel like you're not embodying that Empress energy. It felt like there was a block. Now, the Empress doesn't have blocks like that. The Empress is in touch with the cosmos and in touch with the earth plane. It's solid, it's strong, it's capable. It's a pregnant energy. It's a pregnant and it's a fertile energy. It's a mothering, nurturing energy. So, like, to me, I'm feeling this resistance to this Cancer full moon energy, but you're showing up as if you're in the Empress energy. So, what is it that you're not saying? What is it that you're not relaying? What is it that you're not getting across? If you are showing up in Empress energy, why have you got Eight of Swords in the soul space? This is the kicker. This is the energy that I'm most locked into when I opened your reading. It surprised me that the Empress is sitting there. You need to transform into the Empress? I don't know. But this Eight of Swords in the soul space, what a challenging setup. Of all the places that you don't want to see an Eight of Swords, the soul space is it. Now, 2023 is a 7-year, right? So add up 2023, 2, 2, and 3, add up to 7. And that is the energy to embrace your soul energy, right? The Cancer full moon, it is a very nurturing, intuitive, kind, giving energy. And you're going, no, thank you very much. No, thanks. I'd rather sit tortured in my soul space. Like this is thinking, right? The swords are all about the thinking, the ideas that you have. And if this is you caught up in this mental prison of all the things that are going on around you, energy's not going to flow. You're not going to be singing your soul song. You've got some kind of resistance playing out to the ideals that the universe wants you to transform into. But why does everybody think you're the Empress? Why does everybody think you've got Empress energy? And it doesn't matter if you're divine, if you're feminine or masculine. This Empress energy can apply to men and women. It's an aspect of energy, not a agenda or an assignment to man or woman. It's an energy. So I don't know why I'm applying this to, like, it feels like there's a masculine energy that's being challenged by a feminine energy, and there's something new that wants to birth, something new that wants to transform, but it feels to me like you're blocking out Cups energy, which is, you know, this big Eight of Swords, this overthinking, this mental prison that's playing out in the soul space. Now, this could be that your soul does have an idea about what it wants to, you know, what it wants to do. That probably isn't how I want to phrase it, but singing your soul song, right? And it's like going, you've got three brains that play out. You've got the one that's in your head, you've got one that's in your heart space, and you've got brain that's in your gut. Like, all of these centers have neurological tissue, and a million times a day, all of these, probably more, all of these centers are talking to each other consistently. Like, your brain, your gut, and your heart, they're all talking to each other via this neurological tissue. Now, if you put a cage around the energy that's coming from your gut and from your heart energy, and you just live in the energy of your mind, you are cutting out a big part of your journey. You are not letting your soul bring you into the purpose of why you're here. But the Empress is saying, you know, you're letting people believe that you are the all and everything, but I feel that you're holding back something, or there's a truth that's missing from this Empress. And we'll dig into that reading more. These two cards are feeling like they're like at a loggerhead to me, and it's like the Magician cannot transform until the head, the heart, the soul, the brain, the whole box and dice are talking to each other efficiently. So here you got the Hierophant in the challenge position, right? Now the Hierophant is about that higher level of wisdom, and you're going, no, don't want to listen to it. Do not want to hear what you've got to say. Don't want to move into that energy where I'm fully trusting my higher purpose. This could be that you're afraid of commitment, that you don't want to move into a higher level of commitment. And look, understanding is on the way. There is some level of process that's going to bring this into clarity and into focus. There's something I want to say, and I've said this already today, that sometimes we create a version of ourselves that we need to exist just in order to survive. What have you been nurturing that has caused you to sit in this mental prison that you don't want to nurture anymore? And what information is going to come to light to set you free? You want to move. You want to move past your struggle, and you want to climb this staircase. This is an ascension staircase that moves past your troubles and into more abundance. You want that, but you haven't got your ticket to ride yet. You haven't got your understanding about how you're going to do that, because you're not letting the full breadth of your soul's information, the full insight. You know, that gut feeling. You get a gut feeling, and you're ignoring it. That's what I'm picking up, Capricorn. You're ignoring your gut feeling about your higher wisdom, and you're going, nope, I'm going to nurture something else, something other than my soul's true song. But even though I know I want to move on, even though I know I want to transform, I'm blocking out the truth of my intuition at this point. Let's take that another level, Capricorn, and see if we can get some more information about what it is that you're blocking out and why. Why do you want to? Why do you want to nurture something that's not working for you? Why do you want to get yourself all twisted up and not sing your soul, not sing your true soul song? What have we got? Your crown chakra. So you're getting the advice. Romantic love. All right. Perception. Universal love. Belief. And we've got communication. Interesting. In the crown chakra, like this is, you are getting, this is what I'm picking up, is that you are getting messages from spirit. I just don't feel like you're embracing them, or you're finding a way to cast them to the side, because you are not letting this transformation come through. Even though spirit is giving you all the information that you need, you're getting everything coming through. You just don't want to act on it. What is this romantic love that you are nurturing? You're showing the world. I get this as a bit of a false facade. Feels like you're putting romantic love into something that you don't actually believe to be true. And look, this is how you're showing up in the world, is as if you're nurturing something really romantic and loving. But I just don't believe it, because look, you've got this idea of perception and you've got this Eight of Swords in your soul space. So however you're presenting on the surface, even though you're presenting as an empress and you are, for all intents and purposes, look like you're living your heart's desire, your soul tells a different story. A peek behind the veil, and we're in layers of energy here. So a peek behind the veil, but it tells me that your perception is that you're just running from your head space and not your soul space. So when we've got the energy of perception there, perception's a really, really interesting energy, because you and I could read the exact same story and we could come up with a completely different version of events. So here, it could be that under this Cancer, forgive, move on, make peace, say sorry energy, I could feel all of that, and you could feel all of that, and it could completely transform my life. And we could both get the exact same story. One of us could take action and one of us could hide. Now, what I'm picking up around you, Capricorn, is like this is the energy that's opposing you. So it's going, your perception of it is causing you to put yourself into a tangle. You're tying yourself up in knots mentally, because the message that wants to come through as a soul song is not in alignment with what you have going on in your world. You're showing up as if there's either pregnant energy, birthing energy, new energy that you are pouring romantic love into, but what the universe wants you to act on and what you're refusing is universal love, right? This is where your challenge is. There's a different voice playing out. Romantic love is very different to divine love, right? Yes, they sing a similar frequency for sure, but universal love sits on, it rings a different note, right? And here it comes with a level of wisdom. Romantic love has the old energy of romantic love, comes with a level of conditionality, right? And it's like the world believes certain things have to occur for romantic love to, it's the unicorns and the rainbows and the fluff and nonsense. Buy me chocolates and flowers. Romantic love has a level of fluffiness about it, right? So you're showing up in a connection. You're an empress, right? You're showing up in Empress energy. Now, whether you're masculine or feminine, I'm feeling like this. There's this a dancing around this idea. It's like I don't want to draw this line and say this Empress energy is just for a female. If you're a divine masculine and you're watching this, Empress energy is you pouring love and energy into something that is fluff and nonsense, and you're denying your universal love or denying your wisdom. Now, what comes in, this is interesting, belief, right? You are going to come into sharp clarity and sharp focus about what the truth is, and you are going to have to get to the point where you're going to communicate that this romantic love ideal is not delivering you unto your truth. And when your truth becomes like you want to move on to a new horizon, and you're going to need to communicate this ideal. I get the feeling you already know that where you are is not working for you, and you've already perceived it. You have a perception that your gut and your heart and your mind, they're all talking to you, telling you you've perceived these messages that are coming in through your crown chakra that want you to transform your situation, but you're holding tight to the fluff and nonsense version of the truth. Even though Empress energy is available, you're denying the higher level of the truth, but clarity is coming. And when this clarity bursts upon you, you're going to want to make a move. You're going to want to talk to somebody else. Is there someone else you're thinking of that you want to move toward? Let's have a look at this. Let's put some love cards over the top and see if we can deepen this story a little bit. Find out what's going on with you, Capricorn. Let's find out. I don't know, I've got this split feeling like you're staying somewhere where you, oh yeah, but very soon, you're staying somewhere where you're not meant to be. Oh gosh, we've got romantic love and true love, so maybe you are with a soulmate, healing family issues. Interesting. Worth waiting for. Codependency. And give your relationship a chance. Interesting. I want to ask another question here, because I'm asking, this is telling me that you want to move to a new horizon, but is it because you want to deepen a connection that you already have or that you are already aware of, and that you know that what you've got there could be deeper? Oh no, free yourself. free yourself. This is the romance of a lifetime. I'm a little bit confused about how this energy is coming. I want to go one more level. And an engagement. So you're in a commitment. You're in a commitment. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there is definitely something being poured down upon you. You're being given information from spirit to make a move, to transform your situation, and not to ignore this energy that you have in the cups. Now, I'm looking at this connection going, you're showing up in Empress energy, which means you are, the Empress is normally really coherent with what the universe is bringing through and how the earth is grounding them, and they are birthing some kind of new idea or mothering a new idea. Now, do you have crush energy towards somebody who has not yet come online for you and you haven't taken an action towards them? It is time to take back control of your life. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and this is the romance of a lifetime. So I'm going to put this at this energy, is that you have become aware of the person that you're thinking of is the person that you're meant to be with, and spirit is pushing you to take action to be with them, but you haven't yet done that. You haven't yet made a commitment towards where you need to go. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Has there been some kind of a rift that has, look, this could play out in a couple of different ways. Maybe you have this ideal of perception. Are you going that you're worried that if you connect with the person that you're thinking of, that it will not be the love that you perceive it to be? Like this energy of perception. Are you looking at your ideals that your parents, did your parents divorce? Did they have a happy marriage? Do they approve of the person that you want to be with? Are there cultural reasons why there's family issues and why it's affecting how you want to moving forward? Because perception's a really, really interesting word. It can be that you look at your parents' marriage and go, there's no way I want to end up like they did. I don't want to be, was it loveless? Did it end in a divorce? Or, have they skewed your view? Has their relationship been perfect and they're putting expectations upon you of the person that you bring in, and the person that you have feelings for doesn't stack up to the family view? This could play out a bunch of different ways, but it's definitely got you feeling like your soul is tied up, and that you can't really move towards the person or the thing that you want under that energy. Now, this Cancer full moon says forgive, move on, make peace, and say sorry. Sometimes you just have to say the person that you've become and the version of you that you've created has to be allowed to, you have to be allowed to let that go. You have to be able to forgive the versions of yourself you've created in order to survive. And this has got you tied up in your soul with a skewed perception of, this Empress has been skewed from me from the second I drew it. I'm just going, why would Empress energy show up in someone who's feeling so resistant to universal love? But I feel like when we say very soon, you're going to come into clarity and awareness, and the journey that you've been on has been worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So here we've got the Hierophant. The challenge is moving into a higher level of commitment, that understanding a divine and universal love, and that everything that you've been through has been worth waiting for. So is this someone you've got feelings for? That you want to move towards, that you want to change your situation around so that you can bring them into your life in a more permanent way? Is that what's playing out for you, Capricorn? Is it someone from your past that you want to bring back around? Or is this someone that you just have significant feelings for that you've never taken action towards? This is interesting. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This could be quite literally, Capricorn, that there's something in your lifestyle. Maybe you have had trouble with drink, or maybe the person that you are aspiring to be with has had problems with drink and drugs, and or this could be you can be addicted to other things. You can be addicted to chasing money. You can be addicted to gambling, to sex, to your work. You can be addicted to a whole bunch of things, but there's some kind of clarity that's coming out for you about how you understand those addictions to be damaging your ability to hold healthy connections. Maybe you've seen it play out in your family. Maybe alcoholism has been passed down from one generation to the next, and you're going, I don't want to carry that forward. But this is saying to move away from your troubles. So if we're sitting at this point and going, the reason that you can't move towards what you want out of this scenario is because that you have addictions that you want to leave behind. And to do that, you're going to have to communicate these ideals, whether you talk to your family about what's been going on, whether you talk to the person that you have feelings for. This is going work on your partnership. I get this feeling this is someone that you're not currently in contact with. So this ideal of communication feels like, yes, reach out and talk to them, but I also feel like communication is talking to people who can support you in shifting what it is that you need to shift to allow divine love to come towards you. And then you can start to work on bringing this divine connection, this love that you're seeking into your life. But it feels like you've got to walk away from some degree of trouble first. Could be that you're walking away from a dysfunctional relationship. It could be that whatever this toxic scenario is, for you to have the connection that you're seeking, the new start that you want, this birthing that leads to an engagement and leads to a higher level of commitment and understanding, you've got some work to do there, Capricorn, and you're going to need to open your mouth and talk and go after what you want. This is interesting too. Like, I just get the feeling that there's someone in this reading who actually has, it could be a cultural difference that's playing out, or it's like in my culture, alcohol and drinking, it's accepted, everybody does it, and the person that you want lives a straight lace life, or the reverse, flip it, twist it, however it works for you, Capricorn. Or look at this image, it's like going, you can see here, it's like going, there's children involved. Maybe one has children and the other doesn't, and there's concern about bringing this relationship abroad. Feels like there's a big issue there to overcome. But when you put your troubles in the past, Capricorn, or the person that you're interested in has to put their troubles in their past. But communication is going to be key to give this relationship half a chance at success. Now let me put one more level of energy over the top of this, and see what we find out. For you to actually transform your situation, Capricorn, you really do have to acknowledge where the struggle is. And that's a bit of a Mercury retrograde energy for me right now. It's seek the root cause of your trouble and don't fall back into your old patterns. There has to be no grey zone here. If you're going to bring romance closer towards you, which is suggesting is what you want, to bring these ideals towards you, you're going to have no grey zone. It's going to have to be, changes are going to have to be made on whichever side of the fence it's required. But, that's work. Now, what have we got here? Regret. Okay. What have we got? We've got holiday. Interesting. We've got renewal. That's what I said. I feel like there's some energy from the past coming in for you. Like you may have known this person before. Responsibility. That's your challenge. Reflection. And one more. We've got honesty. I said this. You're going to have to communicate the truth about what's going on. So whatever you've put people through, Capricorn, Spirit is asking you to reflect on it, right? Asking you to move through that process. And you're probably getting, particularly under this Mercury retrograde energy, it feels like to me that you are revisiting the past, which is what Mercury retrograde is known for, but it doesn't feel like a person from the past necessarily coming back around, but that you're reviewing how you treated somebody or how you've behaved in the past, the people that you've hurt, and having that energy come down through your crown chakra. At the moment, I feel like you don't really want to explore it. it feels like the Cancer energy of forgive, move on, make peace, say sorry, the Cancer full moon, it's on the other side of the zodiac to where you sit, and on some level you have some resistance to letting that energy come through and actually transform you. But what I'm suggesting is if you let that energy really sing for you right now, yeah, if you have to sit in regret and experience, have you pushed someone away? Have you hurt somebody? Have you neglected somebody? Or are you the person that's been through that? Do you have regret that, somebody pushed you away, and you going, could I have done anything differently? I won't, the energy I keep getting for you is any version of you you've created to survive to this point. It's to forgive and to say sorry. It's to make peace with yourself and make peace with anyone who you've struggled with in the past. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel it, Capricorn, in order to transform it. Now, what we've got here, this is an interesting energy, right? We've got the energy of holiday, and I'm going to read what's on the back of it. So this is what's been, of all your reading, what's happening in your 3D has been the trickiest energy for me. So let's just read what this one's going to say. It says the spirit of the ocean calls you, offering healing and much needed peace. Come to the water and connect with its endless flow of magic. You need a change of scenery, take a holiday, and all will fall into place. So that is. Oh, sorry, give me 2 seconds. I've just dropped these cards. Oh. Right, let's have another look. So we had the Empress energy here, right? And then we've got this, and like I said, it's a bit of a fluffy energy, romantic love. And then we've got, we had true love. So this feeling that you're feeling, if it's a crush energy, it's going, trust it, move towards it, let it flow. Here we've got the engagement card, which is moving towards a higher level of commitment. But I think this is a repeating message, right? It's time to take back control of your life, right? By free yourself, right? Get out of the current situation that you're in and shift the level of control that's taking place in your life. And here it's asking you need to change of scenery, take a step back, take a holiday, and all will fall into place. It's interesting too, because come to the water. Water's all about connecting with spirit. And I mean, look at how this energy is playing out. It says when she's bathing in the water, all of the energy around her is electrified. Now, when I hear the energy of, say, bathe in the water, I hear it as bathe in spirit. And what you've got going on over here is spirit wants to, sing to your crown chakra. To me, that's what somebody would look like when they're fully letting energy embrace them. Like swimming in water to me is swimming in spirit. It's allowing that crown chakra to be open and the energy to move through and energize you in order to shift where you're currently sitting. You want to feel more, lighter energy. The Empress wants to feel lighter energy. She wants to be connected to the cosmos, connected to the ground, but she wants to feel something solid. It's kind of like, I'm kind of picking it up now. Have you been just shut off to experiences? Have you just been going, I just don't even want to feel anything necessarily? And now you're starting to feel this energy of, this light-hearted, fluffy energy. Now, this is very Cancer energy, by the way, this romantic love or feeling really, Cancer's such a loving, warm, sensual energy. It's very mothering as well. So I get the feeling you're being smothered with Cancer energy. Even it's on the opposite side of the zodiac for sure. So it's triggering you in a different way to what it will trigger other people. But it's an energy that's asking you, just swim in it. Just swim in it and see if it can't give you some insight into what your soul song is and wake up your voice again, right? Wake up your voice. Renewal. Again, I want to see what these words say. Rest. Switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you good. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and sense of purpose, which is what you had down here, right? Renewed clarity and sense of purpose, which is great. Now, again, look, you've got these messages are almost the same, aren't they? Like Spirit really wants you to take a break from the grind that you're in. And I said this earlier, this is the year, it's a 7 year, it wants to sing your soul's song. And it said something along that line. It's renewed clarity and renewed sense of purpose, which is bringing in your soul song in this 2023 year. This reading's it's actually, like, it's very, very nuanced, Capricorn, and I really want to give you the right messages, because it feels like you've got a bit of a wall up to truly letting spirit move your soul and move your energy. But if you can find a place, maybe you do need to take time out of your daily grind for some serious reflection. Now, I'm going to call this out, Capricorn. Where have you struggled to hold responsibilities with the people around you? And this is before we've been talking about, you've got responsibility and you've got reflection. I get the feeling that however you've conducted yourself in the past, like, if there's any regret with that way, this could be talking about your person as well. Somebody who's been really, really irresponsible with your feelings, or you've been very irresponsible with somebody's feelings, and it's really hard to take responsibility for what's played out. But what I'm picking up for you is that the energy of reflection, this is you tapping out of life for just a minute to allow an energy that is actually polar opposite to you to take over, that Cancer energy that is loaded with intuitive, um, it's such an intuitive energy. Let's just sit there. That will allow you to reflect deeply on the things that matter to your soul. And is there someone that you need to apologize to? Does somebody need to apologize to you? But there's something that was treated irresponsibly in the past that you need to take some serious ideals away. Under this full moon energy, it's going, I need to take, I want to say, I don't just want to hark off that card, but you want to take responsibility via these reflections. Now, this card, this is the one that rams it all home. Bringing forth we talked about those three ideals of having brain tissue in your mind, your heart, and your gut. It's letting all of those talk to you right now and asking honestly, what is it telling you? As much as Cancerian energy is opposite to Capricorn energy, that's the beauty of it, is those opposite triggering energies put us into a beautiful space to transform. So allowing it to bring, whatever it brings to the surface, and to honestly communicate what that is going to bring, it's going to let you sing your soul song. What does it say? Love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself and discover what it is you truly desire, then speak your truth clearly. We talked about this. You've got to talk. Yeah, look, this is kind of wrapping up what we were saying here. I'll finish reading it. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love. So, whatever this brings up, this reflection, this deep reflection in this time that you take to allow your crown chakra to bring through energy and light up all your centers, and you come to a truth. Now, what we've talked about is when you discover what it is and you actually act on this, you'll be able to move forward from where the struggles were in the past. And when you're able to communicate these ideas, this was a big, big energy for you. You will be able to actually excuse me, work on your partnership in a healthy way and move it towards more abundance. This is a big energy for you, Capricorn. I just feel really, really locked on this ideal now. And going, Spirit is really trying to transform you, but you will not get there without honesty. Honestly looking back at what's played out and knowing what you're responsible for, the damage that you've done, and knowing the damage that's been done to you, and people taking their fair share of responsibility for behaviors that could have been toxic. If it's you, if it's your person, whichever way that it flips or folds, there's some level of truth that needs to be brought forward in order for you to have the relationship that you want. And whoever you are sending these feelings to, if the truth that you need to communicate is that you do have feelings, this is your time. This is your time to birth this and to swim in the truth of the spirit that is flooding your crown chakra right now. Not a time for regret. Look back over what you've been through. Understand the struggle that you've had. Should we read it? I flipped it over. Let's do it. We've got a second. There is nothing sadder than looking back on some part of your life with regret, wondering what you could have done but did not. Go for it. Sometimes it's better to try and fail than not try at all. All is not lost. You still have time to turn this situation around. Let go of fear and apprehension and follow your heart. And that really has been the energy of this reading, hasn't it? You know, leave behind the struggles of the past, acknowledge them for sure, move through and go, be responsible for what's gone down and definitely reflect upon it, but don't live in the energy of regret. Now is the time to move forward. Here's you standing at the baseline of moving past. All of these cups hold struggle and regret and responsibility for actions that, it could have gone differently. And you're going, I need to get past what could have gone differently to what could be, and I need to communicate with the people involved my honest truth. Okay, I'm going to wrap your reading up there, Capricorn. In faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.